So I'm the Vice President of Product Management, responsible for the strategy and direction for all of the contact center products across the Enghouse portfolio, which includes contact center management, call recording and quality management, speech analytics, knowledge management, CRM integration, and so on. I think my proudest accomplishment is our relationship with Microsoft. I think that started out as a technical relationship where we've established some good integration points between our software and the Microsoft technologies, but it's evolved over the years into something much more. I think we're well respected now by Microsoft as one of their key partners in the contact center space, one that they want to work with on a daily, weekly basis to develop the best partner technologies for Skype for Business and for some of their other products. They're looking to us now to help them define their strategy for how they can be the best Skype for Business solution, the best solution for Teams using their application, the best solution for analytics, and the best solution for a lot of different things across their portfolio. And we work with them regularly to help them do that. I think it was a bottom-up kind of thing. And we started out by just showing them that we could work well with them and with their engineers and their product managers and their marketing people. And over time, it evolved into something where we showed, the proof was in the pudding. We showed them the results. Right now, we have over 500 contact centers around the world integrated to Skype for Business. We're probably leading. We probably have more customers with Skype for Business than any other vendor in the world. And just by showing them the results of our working together, I think we were able to gain their trust. I think they look to us not only for our technical resources and our knowledge of being able to integrate a successful contact center application to their APIs and their Skype for Business environment, but also our knowledge of the market. And we share many of the same resellers as Microsoft. We work with the same partners. And so by sharing those partnerships, we're able to show them that we bring to the table knowledge of what those partners need. That's what they need. So when they go out and they try to replace legacy PBXs and legacy infrastructure with their own high-end unified communication solutions, they look to us and our partners to help them do that. I think partly it's how long we've been doing this. We've been doing it for 25 plus years now. We understand contact centers inside and out. And we've also brought to the table a lot of other complementary technologies. You think about the basic ones like call recording and evaluation and quality management. Okay, that's a basic thing that most contact centers need. And we're finding that we're selling a quality management solution in well over half of the customers that we sell a contact center solution to. But it's more than that. It's about understanding the customer's business, how a contact center operates, best practices, and all of those kinds of things that make them successful. So when we talk to them, we can talk to them at a level of understanding that some of maybe the newer entrants, maybe some of the cloud players who've introduced a contact center application 2 years ago or 3 years ago, really can't bring to the table. I think contact centers are at a bit of an inflection point now in the market. For many years, it was pretty stagnant. We introduced the ability to handle multiple channels of communication in a contact center close to 20 years ago now. And once we did that, industry was very excited about that and said, oh, it's about customer choice. Customers can choose their kind of communication, and that introduced a new world for contact centers. But then things really didn't change for 15 years. Now, with the advent of unified communication solutions and intelligence in some of these solutions, like the ability, for example, to translate language. We didn't have an automated ability to translate language a few years ago, or the ability to understand the spoken word in an automated way and understand not only what's being said, but how it's being said, the subtle nuances of those things. All of those capabilities are now being introduced into technologies, and it's changing the game. It's changing the game for how contact centers are operating today, across channels of communication, where things might blur, where a customer might start on a text message and end up on a video call, all the way up to the intelligence of the way communications happen and are measured in terms of quality. It's a dramatic shift in the market. It's a very exciting shift, and one that Enghouse is proud to be working on. So one of the things that I think Enghouse is building as a foundation for our technology roadmap is what we call the better together concept, which means that even though Enghouse is made up of different technologies, many of which were acquired from other companies, we're now working very hard to integrate those together into one seamless suite of applications. That requires us to do a number of things. It requires us to start working on the user experience. Imagine you're an agent or a manager in a contact center where you're using a contact center application along with quality management, along with knowledge management, along with CRM. If we can blur the lines and blend that together into one seamless experience, that's really great for the agent and the manager. But similarly, we have to look at that from a reporting perspective. How do these different applications collect data and blend them together into a universal view of the performance of an agent or the performance of a customer service organization? We need to start blurring those lines and bringing that data together. And then, of course, administration, which is an expensive part of managing a suite of applications. The more we can unify that into one view and one seamless experience, the cheaper and easier it will be for the contact center manager and for the reseller of those applications as well. With Gartner in particular, we have moved up in the Magic Quadrant, which is the document they use to measure all the vendors who play in the space. In the last 2 years, we've moved up twice from what they called the niche quadrant into the challenger quadrant, and we're this close to what they call the leader quadrant, which is, in their minds, the guys that are leading in terms of contact center overall technologies and progress in the market. There's really only 2 vendors in the leader quadrant today, and they are Cisco and Genesys, and Enghouse is this close to being in that same quadrant. Some of us really working, conveying this strategy of bringing the products together, conveying our success with Microsoft, conveying our go-to-market and our importance to resellers. It really took a whole bunch of us working together to get that message across to Gartner, and again, that's been proven in how we've moved in the quadrant. So I think what Enghouse Interactive is about is customer interaction quality. When you talk to your customers, our customers talk to their customers, it's easy to fall into a trap of just handling one call after another. And that's, I think, often proved by the way agents do their jobs. I mean, in many contact centers, agents are not super happy with their jobs. They're just like moving on to the next problem customer after the next problem customer. It's not very exciting for them. And that shows up in the quality of the interactions they have with their customers. What I'm really proud of is when we go out to a contact center and watch our technologies in operation, watch a contact center using our technologies to the fullest extent, the agents are more enthusiastic. They're happier. They have all the data they need. They have all the power they need to control that interaction with the customer. They see the customer's history, all the interactions that have happened before. They're able to see their own performance measured against their team members. They're able to work with their supervisor and collaborate with experts in the back office in order to deliver an optimal quality experience. And then the managers are able to record the calls and coach them, or look at their emails or their web chats and coach them to do better. And it's all about quality and value of interactions. And when you see it in operation, it's an amazing thing. And it just changes the way agents interact with customers. It changes the way people think about customer service.